What's clean enough?
Well, that is not too ethereal. I can put a hat on if I need be, but I got a couple. Not too many. But...
So there we are. Everything's live, and play the intro for everybody. Them good tunes rolling, and
coming off of that cross,
crank.
come on up to the house. That's what you say. Come on up to the house.
Boom.
Nice. Forge some kind of deal. You guys are just fucking Jesus.
Yeah. Well, hello. Here we are. Matt Moseley joins us again for Burning the Set List. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not even going to try and talk in my high voice. There's no point. Here we are. I should tell you, Matt, I found... Do you know who runs this YouTube channel called Bolting Nebula?
Yes, very much so.
You do?
Yeah, that's one of my ex-roommates.
So you can can you see it?
Well, we were roommates and then we moved on as people. Not like a fuck you friend, but like ex-roommate. We're no longer roommates.
Well, I went looking.
One of the earliest proponents when I started in 2010. He's one of the earliest guys that started coming out to shooters and recording stuff. And he can't take things down from his YouTube channel now. I've discussed it with him. Other comics that we will be working with tomorrow night at Coastal County, by the way, Governor, also have things removed from his page and weren't able to get it because he claims he can't find the YouTube password to do it, but I don't know how that works anymore. So yeah, I know that, and yeah, that is, damn it, you sons of bitches. Okay, damn it, sons of bitches.
I think we should play it for him. You want to see it?
Huh?
You want to see your first set on a stage, or the second set, whatever?
It's on there. I know it's. God damn it! All right. Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it. Let's make it frustrating. You fuckers! Hey, that's not you. Tricked me.
Well, yeah. That's this whole thing is a ruse just to torture people. We like to torture people. Get them on here and embarrass them.
Well, no, I think now we should save it for later. Now that Moseley knows that we've got ammunition.
Here's the honest part is I record every one of my sets I've ever had on my phone. Audibly. Yeah, I have all the audio stuff. I don't do the video because then you have to look at yourself, and that's just
Painful.
That's hard for everybody.
Scary. So, but yeah, the fucking since 2010. That's the kickoff. So I've been doing it since then. But yeah, well, he was one of my roommates. I won't give his name out in case something just condemning to him. I don't know what the hell he's put up there, so I won't say his name. But yeah, he lived with us and he actually gave me the ride to the first comedy show I ever did. Nice. At the Wow Blue, which might be on there as well. I can't remember, but yeah, he has the earliest. Well, definitely the earliest, if only, footage of shooters at that point in time on the camera. So that's you bastards. All right, you mother. Because it's good. Oh, god damn it! They're not good jokes. They're bad stuff, man.
We don't have to watch it. It's
bad jokes 10 years ago.
Everybody has bad jokes when they start.
Oh, I'd rather just tell new jokes now instead of you just making fun of me from years ago, you fuckers. All right.
Tell your bad jokes from now instead of the bad jokes.
I will tell my bad jokes, but now I can own them now. At least I think I'm better. It's all about perception. Right?
We weren't planning on showing them anyway. I just happened to be on YouTube, dicking around and found them.
I think that's the only you're gonna find. Other than the comics thing. I mean, that's again more audio. And we had one live one, and then I did one with Perk and someone else in Gulf Breeze where that was filmed for some kind of some footage. But
for New Year's Eve.
I didn't think you guys knew about that. Damn it.
Yeah, we did a search for you. There's a lot of Matt Mosleys on YouTube. There's a guy here doing a Jake Miller cover. He's got 176,000 views. This guy's called Matt Moseley too. He's doing pretty well. Doing pretty well for him. He looks like a young kid.
Yeah. And you know what sucks is you click on his video. If you go down, I'm like 14 below that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to cover what he's covering. I'm covering him doing. It's terrible. It's bad. I can't sing. And I knew it. And also, there's an Eddie Murphy impersonator named Matt Moseley.
Really?
He is the voice of Donkey in the multiple Shrek sequels, and he is also a white man with 2 E's. So it's a weird name. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can see this on your display, Matt, but
I can, and I'm gonna get frustrated if I watch it. But keep going.
Here's the YouTube channel. If anybody wants to go watch them, feel free. We're not going to force Matt to watch them today.
Frustrated.
That's all right. We weren't planning on doing it. We just found them right before you got on here, so I thought I would bring it up.
Son of a beach.
Well, okay. So we're not going to watch them. Don't worry about it. Governor, I will say, Governor and I did watch a couple of them before you got on.
I understand it. I don't mind it, but now I'm just like, I thought I was clean. I thought you couldn't. I thought you couldn't. It's like running with a new name. It's like, no, you found bolting Nebula, you mother.
Hey man,
that's some deep cuts.
Search engines are real. Search engines
yes,
are
they
real.
are. Motherfuck. All right. Anyway, no, you can watch. I know. I haven't watched them. I probably never watched them, to be honest. At least other than the first time they were recorded. So yeah, I haven't seen them in 10 years either.
Well, that's okay. But let's start at the beginning. One of the reasons that we wanted to get you on again so quickly is because you guys got a show coming up tomorrow that we've barely talked about. I had the opportunity to come out and do Coastal Comedy at the the Coastal Brewery.
Yeah, Emerald Coast Brewery. Yeah, it's Coastal County Brewery.
That's it.
Not the Emerald. Excuse me. Coastal County. It's right off of Olive, right off the interstate. Actually, you come down and get on there. It's Coastal County, and it's the Coastal County comedy show. We do it once a month, generally the third to last Monday of the month. And tomorrow, Governor, obviously, is on the show as well.
Yeah.
And it's a fun, and you were out there. It's a great little venue because it's an outside show. We have a tent, and it's going to be great for summer and stuff. But so.
Yeah, I had a blast. I got out there, and what's his name didn't want to do all his time, and I got extra time. It was wonderful.
Sometimes it shifts because that's the beauty of the fun. But the crowd's always cool, even if and it's we've addressed it as rated R, if you will, in a way. So we're gonna say words and things, but the
words
people still show up and they accept to have what I like to consider advanced language. And they let the kids learn some new words when we're cranking some of the jokes. But me and Kirby tomorrow, and we got a nice little lineup. Everyone should come out. So it's gonna be a fun ass show.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving down there with Jacob, Craig, and Jason Robbins.
Yes, they're the Mobile guys.
Biloxi guy, I think. Yeah.
One of them. You guys, it's across the pond.
Yeah, across the state line. Yeah.
Yeah, well, might as well.
Yeah.
Why do you think we suck that show? That's the other beauty of the show. Me and hold on.
What happened?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta get a charger. That's what happened. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Because if not, I'm gonna go south real fast. All right, 1 second.
I think he's lost the signal in that nuclear fallout shelter that he's broadcasting from.
I just need an iPhone charger because here I'll put the teeth in front of it for. Let me go real quick. I forgot to do that.
Well, somebody commented, and I can't read their comment for whatever reason.
Handwriting?
Yeah, it's too chicken scratchy. No, so whoever that is, thank you very, very much. But I can't see your comment at the moment, or I would read it.
Oh, it says Patrick Sermon says that Matt has you outbearded, Compton.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure. Matt.
Yeah, I'm running far third place right here. This little thing. I'm not even competing with you guys.
Yeah. Matt's got the beard on lockdown for sure.
It looks like he's got the whole. Look at that falling out shoulder.
It's not a to you fucking pricks. Look.
I just want you to wear that hat.
I will put that hat on. I have no problem doing that.
Yeah. This is the scene in the movie where they eventually find the serial killer. This is where this is the scene.
We found him podcasting in his basement.
All right, this should be connected now. And charging doesn't die.
Do you feel better? You got power now?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Governor, what time are you guys headed over to Coastal tomorrow? What time does the show start?
Is it 7? Is it?
Yeah, we it's like 7:30 ish is kind of when we kick it. We kind of let everyone settle in, but yeah, me and Kirby set up by 7, and we'll let everyone flow in. And generally, it's like we got to be out by 9. They have a business outside of it because it is also a brewery, and they have specific drinks and things and beer and food. So
nice.
It really is a fun little thing, and they also have a volleyball court outside where everyone plays volleyball. Sometimes during the show, it was a fun intro to what we've been once. So that was because, like I said, I record all the audios of my shows, and and I have one now. Let's just smack, joke, smack, volleyball, smack. It was a fun one. But yeah, it's about 7:30. Just get there around 7, and then we can get everything going. Again, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. It's a great. They're always real cool. We haven't had a bad one yet. I'll knock on some kind of wood. Just touching my dick.
I had a really good time when I was there.
And Compton can vouch. Yeah, so
It's
a good venue. It's a good venue, and it's just down the road because I am above anything lazy, so it's easy. Right there.
Well,
Nice.
Is anybody else just a totally different mind frame about the comedy being an outside activity? I used to be hardcore, no comedy outside, and now I kind of like it. I'm getting used to it.
I love it, honestly. Depending on the heat. Sorry, turn this up a little bit. Without the heat, I'm a huge fucking fan because we have about 2 months before it gets brutal, awful. But
I kind of like dark, dingy, low ceilings, no windows. Yeah, that's what I like.
I won't
Definitely
do it.
I like that room you're in now, right?
No, I trust that too.
I want it to look as much like.
Yeah.
I want it to look as much like a medieval dungeon as possible.
The first paid show I ever got was at the Fugly Worm, and they didn't do it outside. They would have been better if they did, because they were burning a fucking picnic table over a barrel in Cantonment.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. $5. And the guy that
$5 to see the burning table.
Yeah, actually, and they charged me $2.50 to come out there and watch it. And they a bitch. It's just mean. I mean, why the hell would they do that? That's not fair. Yeah, but like we originally did a where was it? Fuck, now I'm trying to remember. There's been a couple outside venues, but there was one. Well, hell, we did one in Mobile. Oh god damn it! What was that place? With they had
the Alchemy did have some out.
Alchemy.
Alchemy did have some outside.
Oh,
yeah.
I love.
Yeah, they had some outside shows.
Fuck, I love that outdoor area. I only did 2 or 3 spots there, but like I love that setting. It was wonderful. It was fun. Yeah, and it was kind of.
Alchemy had a. Right, they had 2 stages back there. One on the side, and one in the back.
Yeah.
And they had an upstairs area, and they had all kinds of. We did venues. Yeah.
That was a cool place.
We did shows at about five different places. Yeah.
So I don't have a direct issue with the outside spaces. We were lucky to get the space in general one, because they do have the brewery and they make food and stuff, and they do have a more family atmosphere inside the actual restaurant part of it. We can then shift outside and do the comedy show. So in that capacity, we're just lucky to have it. But I don't mind them. I don't mind the outdoor spots. I got interrupted by a train for 10 minutes or for 45 minutes in South Carolina once. It's the longest and probably the most successful set I ever had, and it was interrupted by a train constantly because we were next to train tracks outside of a fucking restaurant. So I got a spot for him, I guess.
Well, hey, it's better to compete with volleyball than a train. So,
man, Jesus, I'd rather if a tetherball, it'd be a little easier, but that thing smack. I listened back to that set. It's just dick joke, smack. Abortion joke, smack. Something about Jesus, smack. Oh my God. By the way, the crowd completely laughing the entire time. That's not the point. And by the crowd, I mean that it was just losing his mind. It was like Wilson. Keep going.
So yeah, well, I've pretty much come around the same thing. I prefer the outdoor comedy shows, or I prefer the indoor comedy shows, the classic, I for sure, where it's all contained.
The rooms.
But being outside, maybe it's just being locked up for the last year, but it doesn't bother me.
I think that's not crazy, man, because it does feel good just to be. That was one of the cooler parts too. That when we did start doing it, it was outside and it felt freer.
Yeah,
there was relief to the pressure of even in the tent, because the first one we had was during rain and crap, and so it was kind of a pain in the asshole. But we got together and made everything plug in, and you were there for that one. But it feels open. It feels better for people.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
It's gonna be fun. Who else is on the show with you guys? I mean, you and Kirby host, and then
me and Kirby are co-hosting. I don't want to get into it. Me and Kirby are co. Not a big deal. It's what we're gonna do. Okay. And I don't remember actually who else is on the show. That's why Kirby's mad. So, cannot directly. Who are you bringing, Gov?
Jason Robbins and Jacob Craig.
Both very funny, great comics.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I can only go as far because, yes, I'm glad you're taking them as far as you're taking them because I can't bring them back. So, yeah, and then Governor, of course, is stomping ass in the finish, and I think there's one more on there or not. I can't remember. I'm a shitty booker, so point is we're co-hosting. That's all that matters, really, because my name's on that part, and that's just and the Governor, of course.
I'm on there, right?
Yeah, that's the finish. But yeah, we can be. It's not like we wrestle over the mic. It's not like it's just sometimes he gets too aggressive and wants to go up there and grab the mic when technically I'm supposed to be because let's be honest, funnier. But it's a whole thing. Point is, it's a co-hosted show. It's gonna be great.
I think that should be the name of a podcast by you and Kirby. Just call it. Yeah, it's co-hosting.
Well, if you watch enough Dr. Phil, it's basically it's like co-parenting, and that's a way to understand and communicate. And sometimes Kirby doesn't watch as much Phil as I do. I'm not saying. It's a different mindset. It's just we just have different perspectives.
Yeah.
But we both own the equipment, so someone's going to first, and someone's going to talk louder. Anyway, it's going to be a great show, guys.
I think Andrew Ferrara's on it too, right? Andrew's on it too, right? Andrew Ferrara.
Ferrara. That's right. I forgot. Yeah.
Nice.
See, no worries. You guys got it covered. I just got to show up and make sure that everyone hears my name and sees my face and wrestle the mic. Kirby, it's not a big deal. It's easy, really. Honestly, if you can. He's shorter than he looks. It's just you gotta come around this side. He doesn't. I don't want to get my secrets away.
He's got a blind spot.
So, yeah, we're gonna kill it tomorrow, though. It is gonna be a fun ass show. We're gonna have a great time, and we do it once. More importantly, we did remind that we do it the second to last Monday a month. third Monday, I guess, depending. And yeah, so it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one, and we'll see what happens. So just get ready.
Well, I
I might
hope
bring a title belt. I don't know.
I hope you guys. I hope you bring a title belt. I'll definitely show up then. I'm sure you guys will have a great show, especially if there's a title belt involved.
Oh man, because we're there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we'll fuck off.
It's a great venue. It's an awesome place.
Paul.
So, last time we talked, before we get off the subject of, what is that? What are you drinking?
It's a crappy drink because I stalled and stayed up too late last night watching TCM.
So how did WrestleMania go for you?
There were actually some highlights, surprisingly enough, but overall it's a shit show because that's what the business is now. But there were some highlights. There were some really good little things. Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks did a really nice job on night one. I can't argue with that. Roman Reigns looked like a hoss, like he's supposed to. Pensacola, motherfucker in the house, so that's fun. And what's the other thing that if I can't remember off the top of my head, it didn't count that much. But
so
there was
So K-Fab is alive and well, doing fine.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. Well, of course.
Barney speak. We went over this.
Yeah, I suck. Oh, my bad.
Jesus, dude, really? It's kayfabe.
Oh, kayfabe, yeah, nice.
That's how you say it. It's English, governor. I mean, we should all. I mean, shit. I thought I was. All right. I see how we're doing it, but no, kayfabe is alive and dead, so we're all doing fine.
All at the same time.
Same time.
You had mentioned. You had mentioned trying to do something along the lines of an open mic out there at Coastal, or that more things were coming. Anything on that front?
Yeah, me and Kirby are still. There's a bar. Excuse me. Basically in the same road, down to the other end to a scenic. We're still working that out, but hopefully by next month we'll get that going too.
Oh, cool! That's awesome. Yeah, so comedy's coming back.
And the goal has to be a Tuesday. So that we have a little balance, because there's also another mic on Mondays at the Big Top, and that's what Yikes is doing downtown Pensacola. That's why our show is just once a month on Mondays. It's not continuously as a mic. If we get the Spanish Trail thing going, we'll get that on Tuesdays. Hopefully, we're just still trying to figure all that out.
Cool.
Also, I talk with my hands, so I'm sure it's just jumbling all this shit up. So it's perfect.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I thought you were casting a spell, but.
I can get my wife in here if you want.
No, don't wake her up. Then she'll be mad at us. We don't need that.
There are altars right here. So it won't be that hard. So
we don't need any of that. Don't need any of that.
We're actually planning on doing some more cuneiform tonight. We're trying to do cuneiform stuff in clay. Full on non bullshit. So anyway, it's all magic, man.
Are you getting into the whole Anunnaki thing with who is that? Zachariah Sitchin? And
I'm a proponent of Damien Eccles as a guru. So I'll leave it.
Damien Eccles.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Gonna keep up.
I know
with
Eccles, the character from the Goon Show. That's all I know.
From what?
The only Eccles I know is a character in the Goon Show.
Oh no, no.
Too long of a throwback for you? That's too much of a throwback.
That is way back. Oh shit, no. It's oh my god, no. It's a guy. It's he's actually moving to New Orleans soon, so it's gonna be cool. He's opening a magic school, but with a K. But no, he's one of the children. He's one of the West Memphis Three. He was tried and convicted of castrating and murdering 6 children.
Oh, nice.
In West Memphis, Arkansas, in 1994.
So is he out now, or what? Was he?
Oh yeah. They're all out because it was bullshit. Oh. But he started a magic practice in the process after being raped and beaten. Basically, if you saw Shawshank, it's like that, except if they had to agree in the end that they can get off by some bullshit deal that somehow still puts responsibility on them and not the state, even though they are allowed to be what the state would call psychopathic murderers. So it's fucking weird. It's a fun little. The legalese is amazing. But yeah, he's a magic, and she's a big proponent of him, and she got me into, let's say, that perspective. We'll leave it at that. But that didn't say anything. Napoleon was into numerology, so it's no different than anyone else believing in the same nonsense no one can prove.
Nice.
Damien Eccles is his name, and he's opening up at the school in New Orleans, which is just a stone's throw. So that's fun.
Nice.
Are you gonna go visit it?
I'm very certain me and my wife will, yeah. Whether I want to or not, I'm pretty sure.
You're going to open up the Pensacola branch, right?
Dude, look, I mean, I don't want to Scientology it, but no. It's, yeah, after he got released from prison and all that, it's just his there's a lot here to tell you, man. There's some fun stuff. We won't get into it right now because I want to see him even crazier. And it's not worth it. Yeah. I'd rather watch my shitty jokes and talk about those than what nonsense I can start talking about now. Right. But no, it is it's a fun to try. If anything, if anyone has HBO Max, which is now everyone has it, I think it's like Netflix for HBO. It's both of them. There's 3 documentaries that go, of course. They were in prison for 18 years. So you can watch Paradise Lost, Paradise Lost 2 Revelations, and Paradise Lost 3, and basically the trilogy of their existence, and them being in jail from the other guys. It's just, yeah, and someone that goes through that kind of process and then has an outlook, you go, all right, what are you talking about? Let's listen.
Nice. I'll
listen to you, and I did. So yeah, if anyone's interested, Damien Eccles is an interesting party, and someone that can be let's say I get guru is the wrong weird seek-ass version of the word, but you know, that's what it feels like. So it's gonna be cool as hell when he gets there. I'm telling you. And if Corey Mack's in town, then we're gonna have a hell of a time. It's gonna be awesome. Hang out with the Magic School and then go to hang out with Corey Mack. That's a hell of a weekend, guys. I'm saying that's if we can make it work, you know. Anyway, sorry, this isn't my show. Go ahead.
No, you'll just have to drag Corey. Corey's been hanging out over in Destin.
He's moved to Florida now.
Yeah.
Is he Florida now? He got out of the Crescent? God damn,
well, I don't think he lives in Florida officially, but I think he's staying over there for the summer. He got a summer job
he's got a DJ gigging job over there.
Yeah, in Destin.
Okay. See, I used to summer in Mississippi. I'm pretty fancy, and mainly the coastal Mississippi. Okay, not the bougie parts.
Yeah.
And that's how we would do it. But going to New Orleans, that skip jump, that's always the most fun, man. That's the best. I would not come back over there. You know, the crawfish over there is so much. It's real crawfish. Oh, this is nonsense. I ate some crawfish tuna earlier. Mm-mm.
No.
When were you in New Orleans, or when were you hanging out in Louisiana? Would you guys go like that was a family trip every year? What's the story there?
Oh no, I'm 0 to 60. So I had about 34. I had 34 to 37 months as a baby. So that's about 3. And I was born in Slidell, Louisiana. Was raised in Picayune, Carrier, Mississippi, and Nicholson, Mississippi, which is like saying Pace or whatever. And then there was it was divorce and blah blah, some blah blah blah. So eventually it just turns into a psychological issue you can never correct, and you're constantly conscious of feeling like you're kidnapped. And so anyway, we get back, and then I would go over for summers. So about 3 months a year throughout my, I would say 8 to 9 till like 15, I would go over there for summers. And Slidell is where I was born. Carrier and Picayune and Nicholson are basically 10 minutes from there, and that's about 40 minutes from New Orleans. So it's like being close to Mobile. It's like it's right there. So that's where you'd go to do shit because that's the city.
Mm-hmm. Summers.
That's where I would. Yeah, it's just a funny joke to see summer Mississippi.
Yeah,
it gets a laugh.
It's a crazy thing to think about though, man. Because the last place you want to be in the summertime is a swamp.
Well, we would go and hang out. Oh, but that's the craziest part too, we would go out in the woods for hours at night.
And
Like we would, I mean, it was nefarious. I'm not going to start claiming things I shouldn't claim, but I've explained to many people. But we would go, me and my sister and our friends, we would, I'm not going to specify because
we don't know what the statute of limitations is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pre 9/11, so it's got to be okay right now. But we basically, yeah, it turned dark. We would go out in the fucking woods. That's just woods out there. We'd go and fuck around in the woods, hang out and bullshit with our friends, and just this nighttime stuff. Like it's like a version of Grease, where you just, you know, it's like the 50s. Like it doesn't seem real. And it's the other joke I use a lot is like only God was watching children in Mississippi during the 90s. Like I know that because that's what they thought. They just thought God's got it. We'll come back in the morning. All right, whatever. And now I know it's because they were working through something. The family unit was already having a problem. What's happening? And then we're just wandering into the woods at night, like a village, like it's just like some weird movie that M. Night Shyamalan hasn't made yet. We just walk back in the morning and everything's fine. It's like that's not healthy. I'm in the industry at this point in a different vein now, and I'm like, that is not at all how it works. That seems like a bad plan. Oh, okay. So there was something deeper than that.
It's interesting. We just connected that loop for you.
No. Oh, trust me, that loop has been.
You've thought about it.
That's an. That is. I have taken that lap a couple times. I'll tell you. I promise. And it is one of those fun ones. But yeah, we used to do that shit. That's why I joke. And what's even more amazing, and I had it when I did my college. My teeth fell down. Hold on.
Oh no!
In my college public speaking course, the first course I ever took that actually gave me the courage to want to be a comic, other than learning about the comedians I wanted to be comedians. And instead of, we had to do an informational speech, and then you had to do a creative speech. And I can't remember if we went over this last one or not, but there's what I did. I took pictures for my informative speech of Picayune as a travel thing. So it was a travel thing, but there's a sign. There's still a picture of it somewhere. I printed it out oh my God, that's how old it is. Remember overhead projectors before the war? Remember those? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know how fun it is to say before the war because you can use it in any capacity. Like there's always one that's like it doesn't mean 70. It could mean less than 2 weeks. Isn't that crazy?
It's probably the Napoleonic Wars in your case.
I will get there in a minute.
He brought the Napoleon. I
got 4 of them right here, but just so I don't mess up my facts. But no, we had a projector, and they have these signs across the entire town because it's not a city, it's a town.
Right.
Because township is smaller.
Exactly.
Than the town here, just by a little.
By 3 red lights.
You know, they got lights. They got electricity, something in it. They got all these. Why do you think I'm so proud of my lights in here? That's where I come from. I just want to show it off. We invite people over to look at it.
We got that electricity, baby.
There's these fucking signs that say Jesus is Lord over Picayune. Nice. So I picture everyone pointing to it. And they're not just one. It's like part of the state initiative. It goes across the whole thing. And they're very proud of that. And that's fine. That's where the church I was based in Nicholson is part of. But I took that and used that as part of one of my fucking stills to address that. This is where I come from. Is at least 90%, at least 60% of the year. So here's Jesus is Lord of Picayune. God's watching him at night in the summer. That's how we're doing it. Just don't worry. We'll see you on Sunday. As long as you show up on Sunday. I think that's all that we're shooting for. So okay. Man, it was fun. It was good though. It was good. It's yeah, come on up to the house.
Nice.
Oh, Picayune.
Yeah, it actually means it's a Spanish coin, but it also means small and insignificant is the other English translation for the word Picayune.
Okay.
So it's like so yeah, that if you want to know how to build up and fight towards it. They also had the highest teen pregnancy rate in 2003.
Yeah.
You
of
don't
any
say.
city or town in the state of Mississippi,
Right.
and just the Mississippi of everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like boom, boom. So they earn their stats. Jesus was looking at something.
That's
One of them's got
impressive.
to be new guy. One of them has to.
To be the Mississippi of Mississippi, that's impressive.
And that's something. That's what I was saying. That's how I finished. That's how I finished my first set as a public speaker in that class. I said, so if you like sheep, it's awful now. If you if you like, because it was about teen pregnancy. So it was like, if you like easy teen girls and meth, then go to Mississippi. Mississippi.
So there you were in your communications class.
The year after that, and this is a legit stat. The year after that, tourism rised. I'm not saying I did it, but the stats changed. That's all I'm saying. And that's before Katrina. So it wasn't because they were looking at debris. It was because I told them to go there look for, it's awful. Got a lot of laughs, though. They were laughing pretty hard.
I love that you were being more blue in a classroom than you would on stage.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was direct because I wasn't doing it. It wasn't a set. I did it as a fucking presentation.
That's
great. Thinking they would get over.
The punchline of the speech is, "Hey, kitty porn."
Yeah, you want easy teen girls and easy narcotics. Go to Picky, Mississippi. I think is how I said it. I can't remember I have the speech somewhere. I wrote it down.
If I find that one on YouTube,
probably
we'll definitely watch it.
How I view my language, so I can't make a goddamn lane. I can't read anything I write now.
Well, if I can find that one online, we'll definitely watch it next time.
That one's just me. I don't care what Bolton Nebulas you can fucking grab a hold of. You sure as shit ain't finding that one. That was for me and Mr. Earhart. There ain't nobody. There are like 15 people in that classroom that would have saw that, and there's no one else that's ever been witness.
It's probably on the Picayune Tourist Board website now. It's their slogan. They're using it as a slogan to get people to come down there.
I'm telling you, the numbers went up the next year. I can't dispute. And why would? And what else would? What other reason would you go to Mississippi unless I told you to? You know what I'm saying? Because like cool people like me are there.
Yeah.
Except you got to also find them, and also don't listen to what some of them are saying, and get out there before Sunday because you can't get anything to drink. It's got to be stupid. It's just it's dumb. But wonderful place, and you can crawfish out there. There's natural preserves. You can go crawfishing. If y'all never went crawfishing, you're missing out a goddamn pleasure. Go do it.
Man, the closest I've ever come to crawfishing is just playing in the gutters by the streets in Louisiana.
No, see, now you're doing it wrong. You see, see
yeah,
that's
all wrong.
The process, just like fishing or shrimping. You have traps. There are crawfish traps. They're real. They're real. Not just grabbing them on the fucking side of the road like a gross ass.
No, we had a little net.
And they're naturally, and they have the salt into them and all the stuff. It's great. There's these little areas, and you crawfish the shit out of them. It's the best. Goddamn, I miss doing that. I miss doing that. And every now and then, yeah, you kick a snake away, but you get all the crawfish, and then you just lay them out. That's the Sierra Madres.
Now you're making me hungry. Now I want to suck on some crawfish heads. I need something
Dude,
spicy.
it's the man. When you do it right, oh,
so good.
It is. It shouldn't be. They shouldn't be legal, but you can, and then it doesn't cost nothing. Not mud bugs. I hate that. And they're like when people call them mud bugs. It seems just to their culture, it just seems wrong. To be honest, because they're not. I mean, everything's a mud bug because bugs are in the mud all the time. So it doesn't even give them fish credit. That's not. And no one calls a shrimp a goddamn fucking crustacean the way they should either, but they don't call them mud bugs, and they're just as fucking creepy and gross. So, I've been writing up some legislation. It's fine. Just
call water bugs what they are.
I'm just saying. Just everyone knows where fucking SpongeBob lives, and they'll call Mr. Crab Mister. But goddamn crawfish or mud bugs, get the fuck out of here. That's for you right there. That's for you. Anyway.
Nice.
Sorry. I'm not trying to trying to run the show.
No, I was just thinking we need to have a crawfish deserve equal rights tour.
Dude.
Yeah,
He's
you
getting
heard
a
you heard me say that.
I almost got in my truck right now when you said crawfish tour. I was like, yeah, where do we want to go? That's my open comedy as well. Okay, I can do that too. Let's figure out crawfish places first. Let's do that, and then there'll be jokes. There'll be a lot of crawfish eating. There'll be some jokes.
We'll find out which crawfish are truly equal.
Someone's got to learn.
Hey, if
Someone's gotta do it.
Adam, what's his name, didn't already do it. Yeah.
Oh, the man versus food guy.
Yeah, don't let him do it either. Did you see the time he tried to eat a shrimp shell?
No, I don't. I is he still on TV?
Yeah, he's back with he's doing The Food That Built America and Modern Marvels.
He's talking about it like in the okay. Yeah. I don't mind those as much. I mean, they're kind of pretentious, but I don't mind them that much. It's cool, interesting things that I didn't also know to some capacity. Because the Men That Built America and the cars and all that one wasn't that bad. But sometimes it is kind of smacking you in the head with like, it's so, and I'm trying to run. My car needs to be faster. I mean, like, all right, whatever.
I know for sure they do not have any episodes on crawfish. So.
Well, they don't.
You know.
Why would they?
Representation, man. Equality. Crawfish deserve equality.
No, it's too much hoodoo to them. That's why everyone thinks it's voodoo. So everyone's fucking confused. Everyone's confoodused. And that's what you end up with.
Crawfish and voodoo. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Man, Julia, man. That's for real shit. That's a real curse. That's for real.
For real.
That's why I don't.
Speaking of curses, what happened to Napoleon?
What happened to that guy? Is he still touring?
Well,
I couldn't help it.
Multiple options if you want. This is more about him and the women. This is written by a female, circa 19, and I believe 9. Let's see. Make sure.
The year 9. Yeah, that's what happened to Napoleon.
1927. So this is within. Yeah, this is the first edition from 27. So this is written contemporarily as far as someone that was raised under the understanding of Napoleon. And this is more about his women friends. It's actually called Napoleon and His Women Friends.
Uh-huh.
This is him in exile, which is one of the most impressive things in the history of fucking man. And everyone suck a dick because he was incredible. And then this is how sexy they're trying to make him look, if they try to make him look like a fucking guy on TV that everyone wants to look at. But that's different. It's not the most important part. And just for reference, if you have questions that I can't answer, here's 30-second Napoleon, so I can pull it up real quick. But
30 seconds? That's a pretty big book for 30 seconds.
I know, yeah, it took about an hour to read. But either way, I can get to the points, I think, is the point there. But what happened to him was...
They made all these books out of him. It's a horrible way to go. They made all those books out of him. It's a horrible way to go. It's an impressive amount of books for a little dude, but, Yeah.
Okay, two things. 7'5" was a respectable height for a man in 1800 and still a respectable height for a man right now. And I would stand up out of this chair if I could prove it. Okay? I have a Michael Jordan cutout from 1991 over there, and I'll stand next to the ruler and show you that I can be almost as tall as Michael Jordan's holding basketball. And if I can do that, that means I can get on a horse and I can stab you with a fucking bayonet. I don't want to get into why is it always about his little? He's not.
I got one height joke in there. That was just one. It was just one.
One height joke.
Yeah, but it just they just cut him down to it. And it's Little Corporal is not about that. That's because he was secondary in command, not because he was a small stature. So everyone can go stroke their own dick off on that because they're wrong. So just go do that. Hate that shit. 2, it's if anyone hasn't watched or read War and Peace in some capacity. Yes, it's as long as anything that's ever happened in the world. But if you've watched all of Game of Thrones, read War and fucking Peace. Just do it. He talks a lot. There's a lot less words about the doors that the hobbits use. So it's even though it takes long to get through, the descriptive stuff actually makes sense in the descriptive nature of it, as opposed to talking about how the fucking thing is out. And then there's moss on it for 14 chapters. I still don't understand that first chapter of Lord of the Rings. That shit is The Hobbit. Just that first chapter of The Hobbit is fucking insane. It's just so goddamn long about the door. Anyway, so War and Peace establishes what it is. Napoleon goes down because he thinks that everyone else believes the same things that he believes. And not that they believe in France, but they believe in their own country. So when Alexander II burns down Moscow to go, fuck you, man, I'm bouncing. Go ahead. If you want this, if it's important to you to take it, then take it. I'll burn it to the ground to show you. Mm-hmm. It blows his fucking mind. It blows his fucking mind. Because no one would ever do that. Why would you burn the thing you're supposed to love? It's your mother country. This is Brother Russia. This is the cat. Are you serious? Where'd you go? He rolls up and he's gone. And he's like, what the fuck? Really, on fire? Put out those fires. This is a cool city. What the fuck? Put the fires out. Where's Alexander? I thought we were buddies for a minute. I mean, we weren't buddies. We were pinned. We talked. What the hell's going on? And then Alexander's like, I know how the winter works, so you freeze your nuts off. And then Napoleon thinks he can figure it out and just freezes his nuts off. And as he's freezing his nuts off, and everyone else's nuts with his army, as they continuously wait and go, back in King Louis is like, well, this fucking guy, we can't have him doing shit anymore. He's out of his fucking gourd. So he doesn't get to be king or whatever he thinks he's doing because he's got too much power. And then none of his family can be people that count. And he sends the fucking papers to fucking Napoleon when he's actually doing that shit. Napoleon comes back. He's like, fuck off, man. No. Listen. Okay, fine. Kind of fucked up a little bit. I went a little too hard in the snow. Should have came back sooner. That's my bad. But my sons can be everything they're supposed to be, and go fuck yourself, Lou. And fucking he sends a letter back in argument. And then that's the demise. I guess it's Waterloo is a much different defeat. It's more of a fucking he the way that he loses mentally going into fucking Russia when it's too cold is much more important. He changes who he fucking believes he is. Because he thought he was a leader like the other ones were leaders. Like they're all supposed to be Caesar. We're all supposed to be fucking Caesar. That's how he thinks it. And no. We're not doing that. So that's, in my opinion, I can get to it. It's not in this book. That's just up here. But I can find words that support that argument. Anyway.
It's okay. You don't have to.
It's what they call head canon these days.
Huh?
It's what they call head canon. You got it in your mind.
Yeah. Well, I got to shoot him out.
Well, tell me again how you got into Napoleon. Where did this come from? Because you've obviously done a lot of research, but I don't remember the story of.
In part of it is also because of my old posts I used to do for shooters. I would just read to make my Thursday posts, and I would make it 700 words for no fucking reason because I'm a goddamn crazy person. Put it on Facebook, and at the end of it say, hey, come listen to Dick Jokes of Shooters. This happened on this day. And I think the first real one, because yeah, he's just a reference. He's the guy that's angry about ice cream and likes ice cream and fucking Bill and Ted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a kid, you don't fucking get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just the other. But I read the 100 Days thing with the day that he came back from the exile.
Mm-hmm.
The only fucking motherfucker to double down. It was like no other leader gets to be exiled twice, not killed, exiled. They're like, we can't. You're pretty important, so we're not going to kill you, but we should. But and whatever day that was, I remember reading that fucking story and going, son of a bitch, this guy. And so I was like, okay, so wait a minute. He ran the fucking king of France off. He wasn't a king, but that's not what emperor means. Okay. And then it scaffolded. So then I started scaffolding the information about him. And then I kind of was like, okay, well, this guy's fucking not the interpretation that I learned. And then it gets to, I read the the Josephine stuff, and then I was over. That was it. Like once you get into his relationships, and then I read the and you can find it online somewhere. The Kubrick script. Stanley Kubrick wrote a Napoleon script. It was actually his lifelong passion to produce a Napoleon biopic. And you can find the script online that he wrote. He actually built an entire like fucking Dewey Decimal System, whatever fucking like a card catalog thing that with like 1,000 cards that referenced the wars and the relationships and the people and the battles and all this stuff. And it was trying to construct this massive, unbelievable, epic Napoleon movie. He's doing it actually while he was trying to get 2001 over. And The Shining. In fact, a lot of the later films he does in the 80s that he's trying to get financing for his passion project that is Napoleon. And you read that script and you go, okay, so what the fuck's going on here? This is not, because I respect that guy a lot differently. And so he's got an idea about this guy for some reason. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Interesting. And they have a public goddamn divorce. And then I start adding all these jokes that I didn't know were jokes that I already written that like I can associate to it. And it became my dude. He just became a guy. Like it was it. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I will yell about him and tell everybody about him until they stop letting me tell them about him.
So the Kubrick thing, has anybody ever talked about picking it up and running with it?
I don't know who has the rights directly to it. It's in his in part of his book, one of his big books. He has this giant Kubrick like fucking tome of all his history and stuff. And there's like three chapters thick of like Napoleon stuff. But I think his actual screenplay is whatever rights go to that trust or whoever it is. So
Gotcha.
It would be the same thing like Eyes Wide Shut was done after he died.
Right.
It had to be like that. But no one respects Napoleon enough to do that. And that's what's kind of interesting, because if he might have done it, they might be a different perspective of what the fuck people think of Napoleon.
Sure.
Just on the fucking surface of it. Because again, I watched Jojo Rabbit today. You guys, if you haven't seen Jojo Rabbit, everyone should see Jojo Rabbit. It's fucking fun.
Yeah.
And they mock what Hitler is.
Right.
Because it's mockable. And awful and horrible. And also that's the director, which is amazing. The guy playing Hitler is the director of that fucking movie. And that blows my mind.
Wahidi or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Wakidi. Yeah, the director of Thor Ragnarok. And the incredible director. Again, the direction of that is phenomenal too. Mm-hmm. But that kind of mocking of that character, you know what I mean, making that representation. But everyone thinks part of it is also the campaign of propaganda against Napoleon in England, which is true. It's not actually. There's a lot of nonsense that was fucking put over it. I'm not saying there was everything great. We can talk about that if you want to too, but there was that negativity that was put forth, and then again, the next guy that shows up is the worst fucking son of a bitch that's shown up since Genghis Khan. And so the only way to view someone that used to try to take power or fucking places isn't Caesar. He's fucking Hitler. Mm-hmm. So then he goes, no, fuck that guy. So no one would be able to buy it or get involved or invested the same way. But if Kubrick could have done it, if he had the helm and put it forth, there's a chance that it would have been a different look. Not to say that everything is fucking roses and unicorns, because goddamn it, but it's not mass genocide and gas chambers and just throwing people into fires. It's not that either. There's a lot in between that is kind of important, and not to mention, he gave us half our country for a sandwich. Nice. It's a goddamn wink. It's a cup of coffee in time period, but we don't have what becomes the entire country without Napoleon going, all right, fine, here's $20, give me that. That's what he does. Like, it's nothing. And then, not to mention, that then turns into why the Civil War happens. So our country doesn't exist, separate itself, and rebuild itself in whatever capacity without Napoleon either. Because the Missouri Compromise does not happen unless we have the Louisiana Purchase instead. I mean, it's not instead, but instead on the way of the growth of our country and nation. So without that, there isn't a question about whether slavery should be legal or not, which it should have been questioned long ago, but it wasn't. And it took to that point, and then everyone got really angry and started shooting everyone else. Well, they were already doing that, especially depending on your race. But you know what I mean? Like, it was just that shifts it, and that's all Napoleon too. Arcadia is all Napoleon and Canadian-based stuff. Now, it goes all the way up here. He's a huge, significant part of the world's culture in a very motivated way that sometimes was tyrannical, and there's things that you cannot defend. And Obama put fucking hummus up people's asses to torture people. That also happened. You can go, all right, so no one's pulling it off right. No one's Batman, okay? So sometimes it's fucked up. But the actual things that did happen that were as important and should be remembered and are as important to me, fuck, man, there are fewer things and fewer people that have much influence over how I live and where I'm from and what I'm doing than Napoleon did. I mean, there's a handful less. That's it. Like, it's so he's my fucking dog. That's it. Like,
Well, okay, so
Really, yeah.
5'6" and 5'6" was still respectable then, and it's still respectable now. Okay, there's nothing. It's a respectable height as a man. Damn bastards.
So to double back, all of those posts that you made for the Shooters Open Mic, which each one of them stands alone as a great little rant.
Yeah.
You got any plans for those? You gonna do something with them?
Huh?
You got any plans for those? You gonna do something with them?
Oh, well, when I was doing the show, I got lazy last year, or not this year, but the last year, I would just reprint them when they came back up and change the date, or the time period of it. No, I have them all on email and shit, because, well, the other part, what's interesting, I would email my wife proofread them for me, because I'm an idiot, and I skip words horribly when I type. Like, I just jump them. We've talked about that before, Humpin. Because you have the kind of the mind, yeah.
All of them.
So and so she always send it to her. So I have all pretty much. Jesus, yeah, I got about at least 6 of the years of them clean. The big long ones at least sent to her through my email stuff. But I don't do anything with them. The idea was if Shooters ever going, I would just bring them back up and reference them again. I would also sometimes throw in different stuff or revise the jokes to kind of the point of it was just writing to it. It was just to spark the process, because I started not resenting as much, but well, yeah, I guess resenting is the proper word. I started resenting myself for not wanting to do it as hard as I used to do and losing the passion for it. So I started forcing myself to fucking write shit, even if I didn't want to. And I would stress. God damn, I hated Thursdays. Jesus Christ, I hated Thursdays. Oh, all morning. That's all it was. Because I was still doing my job.
Yeah.
And I would save it till that day. It wasn't like I would write it Monday and then post it. It was on that day. That was the point. I had to learn about that day. I had to research it. And then not just the Wikipedia. You have to go, you want to find multiple sources. You need to prove that what you're saying is right, or you're going to be an asshole. And the biggest thing was not to be an asshole or say something that wasn't right. So I had to do all that. It was, God damn it, man. Even right now, I feel my stomach being like, oh. It was a process. But after I finished that fucking post, and even if only like 2 people, one of them probably being my mom, read it, it felt cathartic and worth it. Like it was like, fuck yeah, like I did it. And it turns out to be 500, 700 words. And sometimes it was shit that became interesting just to learn about. And comedy should be about that. It should be about learning things and cultures and ideas and perspective. And so I would just make jokes about history's perspectives and things. And Eddie Izzard is definitely a huge influence on that perspective and mindset to do it. Right. That's how he fucking dances and runs. Right. But yeah, I got him digitally, if you will, as Dusty would say, on my phone or email or whatever the fucking cloud is. I don't know. They're up there somewhere. But no, I mean, it's not like a book. It's just nonsense that I would fucking ramble about.
No, I I was just thinking
400
you could put them together in something that would kind of like a comedy Far Side, where instead of cartoons you just have bits.
Honest, I should have done it more.
Anyway,
You could call it the Moseley Manifesto.
There we go. Well, it'd be the most Matley. That way I don't own it, and I can just tee him that Vince McMahon's down. It's most Matley. But that's an idea, I guess. Yeah, no, I could collect them as a nonsensical goddamn run, but no, I had this right. I hadn't thought about that, so maybe that's something I can look into. Just because, well, at some point you just feel like, well, if no one's going to read it online, why do I need to put it in paper and make no one read it in a collection? It seems like there's more work to have no one read it again. But that's kind of the point. But no, that's an idea. No, I hadn't thought about that actually. So, well, because it's just not, it was just an exercise. So it's part of the fun, even though it was the most stressful part of it. That's the getting on stage part. That's why everyone always says that shit. I don't want to get on stage. Like, it's terrifying. It's not. It's easy as fuck to get on stage. It's hard to talk to people.
Yeah.
Get on stage. You just walk.
Yeah, that's cake. That's cake.
That's easy. Yeah, man. It's the talking part that you got to figure out.
Yeah, it's the not hearing any laughs part that's a problem. The rest of it's...
Oh God, I missed that in panic. There is no greater panic in the world.
Yeah.
Oh.
When's the last time they laughed? When's the last time they laughed?
Oh God, I love that. I miss that like relatives. Jesus Christ. That fucking that creak up your back, that twitch, and then you just get to like that P twitch part where you're just like, oh my God, the world's over. Oh, there's nothing better. You're never more alive than in that moment as a comic. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. If they argue that, they're lying. It is the greatest fucking that's what I tell every kid that would get off stage as shooters. Like, but you stood one joke longer, right? How'd that feel? Like a fucking champion, didn't it? Like, it's just
the moment.
I missed that.
The moment you remember you're on a high wire.
Huh?
The moment you remember you're on a high wire.
Yeah, when you gotta dance, when you gotta not go, oh fuck, and then you gotta throw more stone out. So you gotta get to the end of the. I always use the creek as a more water based again. It's creek, fuck it. But there's one more stone you gotta hop on to get to the end of the other fucking side, right? You gotta get to cross the river. So more stone. If you just fucking drop on that next stone without throwing the next one out, you're gonna drop anyway. So throw the next one out. Sometimes you land on that motherfucker, and guess what? You can hop that son bitch to the fucking source, and then boom, you're on shore again, and you're a motherfucking champion. Like, that's it. Like, that's it, and that's all. And sometimes you can watch youngins doing it, and sometimes you watch them just fucking sink. But god damn it, it's the most fun. And sometimes you do it to yourself, and it's on you, and then you know it was on you because you know you're better than that, and you should have crossed that fucking creek. Like, there's these feelings. And it's partly because if you had real anxiety, if you've had, and I do, and anyone else has, actual panic, actual anxiety, legit fucking level shit, talking in front of people and overcoming it is like calming yourself down. Like, you fix it. Like, it's you overcome that fear, and you're not worried about dying. And that's the whole point. That's why it took me 10 years too long to get on stage. That was all it was. So, God, I miss doing that. I miss that fear. I miss it. God damn it.
What does it say that the part of that analogy that I clung to was the stones that you can't stand on? Like, all the stones that you throw out that aren't useful and that just sink and disappear. Let's take a moment for all that.
Yeah. You're gonna anyway until you get there. So fucking throw them.
You just got to keep piling them up.
or off the stage and cry. What did you do then? The same feeling you had. If you can figure it out, though. Oh, there's nothing cooler than riding that wave. And you guys know that. You fucking know that. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's the best. God damn, I miss that shit. Ugh.
It's exciting.
Yeah. You're supposed to be scared. You're supposed to be scared. If you're not scared, then you're not doing it.
Yeah, I had that same conversation with a young comic that's younger than I am, that talking about being nervous before you get on stage, and how I think everybody feels the same thing, and we interpret it differently. Like when I was starting out, it was nervous. Now I'm excited because I know what's about to happen, and and it's so.
But the base of your spine still tingles a minute, right?
Oh yeah.
You get but your butthole clenches a cinch, just
for
a cinch.
Sure. For sure.
It's the best. And then when you don't get that laugh, and that sweat starts to come, but not a lot of sweat, but a little bit of sweat at the top. And you're like, fuck.
You're like,
fuck.
Oh,
God damn, that's good. That is, you can't bottle that.
No.
I drink a lot of whiskey. You can't have that. That is something you can't buy. It's just incredible. I love it. I missed the shit out of it. Sorry.
That's more potent than moonshine. Can you imagine if you could drink that? Oh.
I would be dead in a ditch in Mississippi without pants on. That's
Nice.
There'd be some story on Dateline about me on OWN. There'd be just some random fucking 2020 Dateline special. Some jackass. Yeah, that's how that would end. That's why I can't ever do. That's why I can't do that good scotch. I told my wife this. I've told practitioners of liquor stores, I can't buy that good scotch because if I like it too much, then they're gonna find me dead in a ditch without pants on. I can't. And broke. Like if the expensive stuff is that good, then I'm going to want the good stuff too much, because that's what I do. That's just going to end up without me owning shoes and pants and being dead. So just let's go mid shelf. Let's just I'm open. Give me that double A ball. I can handle that. I can manage that. That's what I always think about it. That fucking Johnny Walker Blue stuff. You see that? I'm like, Jesus Christ. Or God damn, what's that with the Pappy Van Winkle? Fuck, dude. It's not that hard. You can drink gas if you want. Jesus Christ, why are you paying $300? That's like cocaine good. What the fuck are you talking about? Why am I paying a price? Not that I have or will do cocaine. I do not. That's a disclaimer.
I do not.
But I'm just saying.
You have to say that when you live in Florida.
I haven't tried heroin either. That's another joke I used to use. If heroin is so good, you suck a stranger's penis for it to get it, then it has to be too good that I never want it. I can't. That means it's too good because you can't come back.
No.
That dragon, you can't get off that dragon, and it sounds like it's fun as fuck to ride that dragon, I guess. But no, I'm not doing that. That's how I view it. Anyway, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's the way to wrap it up, I think.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Anyhow, you fuckers. All right,
dude. Before I turn off this live stream, tell everybody one more time about Coastal Comedy tomorrow night.
It's tomorrow night. It's off. I can't remember the direct address because I'm an asshole.
It's okay.
The Coastal County Brewery. It's off Olive. It's between Olive and Davis. Or excuse me, Olive and 9th Avenue on Davis. On Olive fucking Avenue. Jesus Christ. Olive between Davis and 9th Avenue. It's the only brewery between there, if that helps. Just past middle school, which is also impressive. They can do it there, but they don't have a liquor license, so that's part of it. But it's going to be a great show. Me and Kirby will argue over the mic. We'll figure it out. Get there. But the Governor and the Mobile Brew, and then we have Andrew also as part of the gig. So it'll be a fun little thing. It's outside. And luckily the rain moved through enough this weekend. We're worried about pushing to Monday, so luckily you didn't do that. So it should be a nice clean night. It'll be nice and comfortable. It's outside. You got I don't know. I can't remember the specific beer or whatever deals they're doing tomorrow, but they got a lot of cool and actual local and however you want to say it, inspired brews and beers that they make at the brewery itself. There's food. It's outside, so you don't have to necessarily, you can come and just park and chill and leave. It's not like you have to get inside the actual venue itself. And now, unlike the first one, like I was saying with the volleyball, it's a little further back from the volleyball, so you won't hear it as much. It helps. But there will still be volleyball. So if you want volleyball and beer, and then also dick jokes in the background, also a venue for that. If you want to come and do that, you can do that too. So we got both those options. But yeah, it's a fun ass. Comp has been there. It's a great little show, and so come on out. It'll be 7 till 9 in that time period there, and they basically do like last call around 9:15 because they wanted to close by like 9:30. So, but everyone, it's a fun little room. It's weird not to call it a room because it's a tent, but you know what I mean. It's a fun little area, and you can bring your kids if you want them to learn about advanced language.
Yeah.
Well,
Be
and,
educational for them.
and it's a really good crowd too.
Yeah, it's fun. They are fun. They're oddly excited, and I think luckily because of the way that everything has shifted, everyone's kind of excited to be outside, not just for the comedy show, but just be out with people, and so the crowds have been very receptive. So I don't expect that to change tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have the same kind of turnout and mindset that we had last time. So it's gonna be fun, and Governor will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Governor coming out of the gates. He's done
Out of the gates.
Yeah, last week he did shows. This week he did shows.
Yeah. If you want your kids to hear dick jokes and learn about blowjobs, then bring them down to Coastal Comedy.
Well, they don't like that on the. I try to get that on the sign. They said no, but the actual volleyball as well, plus volleyball, just include that dick jokes and for the kids, and then volleyball. That's what you need to know. I think that's and beer.
That's the gist.
Like me, they're not gonna look at me after this fucking run. But no, but we do it outside, so it's not necessarily for children, but. It's a fucking brewery. So if you're bringing your kids to drink, then fucking what the hell? Anyway, just send them to sit outside. They've heard fuck once or twice before, I bet. But, yeah, it's a good show. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a great time. If you want more of this, and then a slight little animosity between me and Kirby wrestling over a mic, then yeah, this is perfect. You're gonna enjoy that.
Nice.
Well,
all right, we'll be there 7:00, right? 7:30.
We'll get everything going by 7, at least the run up, and then it's about 7 to 9:30.
Pensacola, East Olive Road. We'll get you there.
East Olive Road is where it's put. Yeah, I can't remember the specific fucking thing, but it's on the thing.
It's on the thing.
It's on Google Maps. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll find it. It's the only one called that. So
County. Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, y'all go see some live comedy tonight, and until later, bye-bye, Facebook.